Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you had an excellent week. I'm sorry for the little delay on the start. I was having a little bit of a tech issue. Hello Bodoka, Black Lockhart, Mikan, how you guys doing? Man, we are 1 week away from the 4th anniversary stream. And I think there is a lot to talk about. I took some notes about the... Oh man, the game crashed. This is the tech issue I was trying to solve. Hello Miguel, how you doing? How you doing? You're sad? 45 tickets and for more and nothing. Oh man. Yeah, that happens. I don't know why the emulator has been crashing today. And that's pretty annoying. And I need it open because there is stuff I want to discuss with the game. But while the game starts again, let's talk a little bit about the 4th anniversary and the survey we had to compile on JP. And guys, I don't know how many of you actually saw anything about the JP survey besides what I posted, but it's hella interesting. There is a lot of cool stuff that's been proposed or teased, if you want to see it that way too, in this survey. And for example, one thing that caught my eye, and I'm gonna pull up my notes here that I took on Discord. So for those who I haven't seen what actually is been acting in the survey, I submit that survey too. Nice. Okay. All I can remember is they thinking of adding a battle pass. What survey? Didn't see any survey. Okay. So for those who don't know, with the latest patch in JP, there was also a new survey. Of course, it's all in Japanese. But if you took your phone and used Google Translate and took your time to do it, you could get a glimpse at very interesting information. And along, some people is talking about the battle passes, which I don't recall seeing specifically battle passes being mentioned. There may be a mention of it, but I don't remember it. They ask about pricing of some stuff, and it was fine. Nothing looked too expensive. Okay, I cannot stay on the main menu without the game crashing. That's what I'm getting from this issue. Yesterday it was also doing the same, and as soon as I got out of the main menu, it stopped crashing, so I cannot have my Hibiki there. I will have to move away from the main menu. Okay, but back to the topic. One of the things they asked was about a dress-up system, so skins. But another way to see it could be, and I hope that will be the implementation of it. For example, let's say I want to use Hibiki on combat, but I want to have her in her cheerleading skin. So maybe they will allow us to change the appearance of our chibis in combat, which would be really cool. But if they implement skins, and that's a way for them to implement more new characters, that would be really cool too. Because one thing that the game I think is lacking right now is new characters. Alts are fine, but I always felt like it would be better having more new characters and have skins instead of alts. But having alts also has the functionality of putting a character in a different role. So it's a bit hard, because how would you, for example, do, let's stay on the Hibiki example. Like cheerleader Hibiki is a striker, normal Hibiki is a special. How would you do it so you can have a different version of Hibiki that is a striker and not a special without doing an alt? And if you do an alt, how can you do it without the alt being a skin? So it's very hard. I don't know how they would do it, because implementing skins on top of alts would feel weird in my opinion. Why global YouTube channel is so dry though? JP doing live streams, promotion, etc. Well, it's because right now we are coming closer to the JP anniversary. When we are closer to the global anniversary, we will get more content on the global channels. Also, global is a smaller market, even though we have many regions into it. The JP market is still the biggest. The skins could be something fairly low effort. Yeah, that's the other thing. So that's why I'm very curious about how they will implement skins. It doesn't feel... I don't know, because like I said, how do you do it with the skin being something different from an alt, and how would you do alts in the future if you implement the skins? Because right now you have track Yuka and have Yuka. How do you make, for example, Pajama Yuka without being an alt and not being a skin? It would feel weird. So I don't know how they could implement the skins. Using existing skins on characters, exactly. I feel like dress up would be the ability to swap the appearance of the characters based on the alts we already possess. So if I want to use Aru on her New Year's attire, they could give me that option. Or something like Track Junko, Akari, Yas, them in Buruma. I don't know. Some of the alt may never become an alt, like Wakamo Kimono or Mika Tracksuit. I don't know. That's the thing. It's very hard, because again, if you make skins, people will say, okay, why? What's the criteria to say this is a skin and not an alt? You see what I mean? It can be a little bit complicated in that sense. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, besides the dress up system, and I have it on my notes, is its new game modes. One very interesting question was, what kind of game modes I would like to see in the future in Blue Archive? And the question felt as if it was talking about new permanent game modes inside the game. And along the options, we had roguelike, which would be really cool. Imagine having something like Vampire Survivors, but Blue Archive. It would be so cool. It would be so cool. I feel like a roguelike of Blue Archive would be amazing. The other option was something along the lines of active control, and it was defined as you controlling the characters. That could be like a third-person shooter, or something along the lines of Girls Frontline 2 or Fire Emblem, maybe something more like that. I don't know what kind of quote-unquote active control they could do. Like Naked, there isn't a different... they are just decide which is which. Yeah, it's... I don't know. The topic of skins is a little bit hard. Gorgeous, yeah. I really want some students in school swimsuits. one thing I could see is roguelike mode, like Brown Dust added. Yeah, I think that Blue Archive right now is a little bit afraid of competition, because many of the game modes proposed in that question made reference to game modes in other gacha games. So I'm feeling like, for example, Tower Defense was proposed, and Arknights has been going up in popularity because of Arknights Enfield coming soon, and so they are feeling pressure, especially because the 2024 was a very bad year for Blue Archive, because they had to slow down, they had a lot of internal turmoil, there was a lot of stuff going on, and I think 2025 is gonna be a banger, because they want to go back to the top as they were. I hope Nija will be playable. Me too, Nija is great. Basically, you progress through stages and then pick up either new character or artifacts, get boost, all characters are max. Yeah, it would be really cool. Like, for me, roguelike is the game mode I would like to see the most. I don't know what are your thoughts on it, guys, but for me, roguelike could be really cool. I would really love Blue Archive roguelike. The other question that I really liked and piqued my interest instantly. Yes, there was questions about the main story. That's gonna be the thing I will talk about after this. Is they asked what schools would we like to see more, and along those schools they had the Kronos school and the Highlanders, which is the Chupogaki school, and the Wild Hunt Art of Academy. Wild Hunt Arts Academy. That the two, the Kronos and the Wild Hunt, they sound amazing. I would really love to see those schools. We know nothing about those two, so I would really like to see more about them and start getting students from those schools. I need the Wild Hunt gear. Wild Hunt would be amazing. Yeah. For me, I'm more interested in Wild Hunt and Kronos than the other one, the Highlander. I'm not that interested in the Highlanders, but Kronos and Wild Hunt sound really cool. Really looking forward to Wild Hunt. Yeah, I think most people is looking for Wild Hunt. Me too, personally. If I had to pick one, the one I want the most is Wild Hunt. Odyssey could be also cool. Odyssey was mentioned, I think, maybe, or maybe not. I think it was Highlander, Kronos, Wild Hunt, and the schools we have now. So Millennium, Red Winter, Trinity, Gehenna, Valkyrie, so on. So after that, we were asked about main story content. And not only we had main story content of the schools we already have seen, Wild Hunt, Kronos, Highlander were also in the list of proposed schools for new main story content. My vote, however, went to Hakyako, because we are in a cliffhanger with Hakyako and I want to finish it. But the fact that the 3 new schools were in the list, even if they don't win the popular vote, if they get enough votes, I'm pretty certain we will be seeing more about them soon. The other thing that was in that list was a popularity poll. I let you know you had to pick your top 3 in order. My number 1 was Hibiki. Everyone here should know that by now. And my number 2 was Toki. And my number 3 was Himari. Because when I put Millennium, I don't know. No, wait. My number 2 was Rio, because you could pick characters that were not playable, and I picked Rio. And my number 3 was... who was it? I don't remember. I don't remember who my number 3 was. My number 2 was Rio. But my number 3 I cannot remember. The thing is that right now we had the chance to vote for Rio, which means that Rio could win the popular vote, because as far as I've seen, she's the most popular non-playable character right now. Can you imagine if she wins the popular vote and then we get Rio? That would be amazing. My top 3, Toki, Toki, and Toki. Could you vote Seiya? I think you could. I don't know because I didn't check for Trinity. Subarashi. Hi, Subarashi. Seiya would never. I don't know. I don't think Seiya would win the popularity vote, the popular vote, to be honest. Mika, Toki, Rio also could, but the thing is, guys, this popularity poll was not only interesting to take a peek at possible characters that could come in the future, but at possible alts and events that could come in the future. Because in the survey, we had what kind of alts would we like to see. We could pick a school uniform, casual clothing, bunny girls, maids, swimsuits, pajama, party dress, Halloween costume, and there was a couple more that I can't remember. A school swimsuit was a category, a separate category from swimsuit. Gothic Lolita was an option too. I have never voted for that. I personally voted for party dress, casual clothing, uniform, and what else did I vote? There was one that had like a really cool name, like combat outfit or something like that. So yeah, and we had also questions about future events. And we had Halloween event. We had, yeah, Magical Girl was also an option. There were many new event types that we have never had before. Let me in the survey. I'm going to vote for school swimsuit. Idol, yeah, Idol was also proposed. Guys, if you wanna vote, you can get into JP and vote. But take your time to do it. Now, why did I open the student? There was a question that I think that is very important, and I really hope people really voted for this to pass. One of the proposals was about increasing the number of Bond gears. Not exactly with that wording. They ask us about systems we like and we would like to see more. And along that was Bond gears. Now, not every Bond gear is created equal. Some Bond gear are very disappointing, and some Bond gears are spectacular. Case in point, this Bond gear is fantastic. Makes Hibiki into a modern special DPS. Is truly a fantastic Bond gear. So if this system gets a lot of positive votes and they really follow through with it, we could get more like this. Hibiki's James Bond gear, yeah. The other system that was polled was something about the Ligma, I can't remember. But, oh, they ask us about characters how we decide to develop characters. That was the question. And after that, they ask, why do we develop characters the way we do? And I selected that we get very little Eligma, we get very little Blu-rays, experience, gift, everything. We get very little resources in general. So, hello Sona, how you doing? So, I'm expecting, because they already had an issue in the past where people was complaining about the amount of resources we were getting. I hope people is still complaining and we get more resources. Because truly, guys, look at how many characters we have. And how many characters I cannot even finish building even though I use them because we don't get enough resources. Right now, I am afraid that if I build any character, I will not be able to build the characters for the 4th anniversary. I just cannot. I cannot spend books on characters until I know what school will be the 4th anniversary, because I will be risking not having enough. Artifacts are even more limited. Artifacts are very limited. And I don't even have every character. So can you imagine? I really hope we get more resources. I actually think BD income is fine, but the Eligma income is not. Like from start of the game, the BD TN requirement has not gone up. If I can suggest, I would like to have a different kind of way to interact with the students other than Momotalk. That was polled. They asked in the poll if we want more ways to interact with the students, what would we like to see in the Momotalks, and there was more student interaction content poll. So that could be coming too. Please give Kaede some XP. I just cannot. I cannot afford it. Like, I got her now. I cannot afford to build her. But then again, I'm on global, so I have foresight. Yeah, that's true too. And you have to consider this, Bodoka. Global has been getting more resources than JP. Because of the time we spent being on catch-up mode, we were given a lot of resources compared to JP. And there is a common saying in game development, especially when you have a game like this or a live service, is once you give something to the players, you cannot take it away. You can always give them more, but you can never take away from what you have given to them. And for example, this is a really great example of what I'm saying. When we had the track Hasumi incident, they could not take away all the resources we got through the bug. Instead of taking them away, they give everyone the same amount of resources. And in global, because they knew they would not give us the bugged version in global, they were forced to give us the bug amount of resources that JP got in one go. I want some new use for elf, that over UE50, but I don't want UE60. Eligma is really the biggest issue for me as well. Agree, I have Toki, I pull for her first banner, but she's in max, yet I have to focus on other students. Kaede is cute and funny, that's true. Toki will absolutely slay Kaiten, Grand Assault later, that's true. Artifacts are hell to farm, I can max Battle Hoshino when she releases, that's true. Artifacts are really rare and a hell to obtain. Artifacts are also a really big issue, especially Honok Codex pages and Wolf Iron. More students use these and they are not farmable outside of events, and they are extremely scarce outside of that. Right back, take your time. Yeah, artifacts are a pain to farm, and I have to use fusion to get enough most of the time. Exactly. So the fusion system was a compensatory system they implemented because of the scarcity of artifacts. And I use it very often. As you can see, I have my favorites pinned. I do not use random boxes because you end up wasting more doing random boxes than using select boxes. And while I think that system is good, I don't think it's enough. Also, we cannot afford to spend the Ligma here because we need our Ligma here. So the fusion system, I don't know how, you don't know how to use the fusion system? I'll show you in a second. But the thing is, guys, there are too many ways. Select much better than random, yes. So the thing is, guys, that there are many ways to spend the Ligma. There is not many ways to get the resources necessary to build all the characters. Even the Ligma is not enough. We get very little. We get 1 Ligma per one star character. We get 10 Ligma, I think, for 2 stars rarity. And I think we get 30 Ligma for 3 stars, unless it's the pickup one, which gives you 50 Ligma. These tickets are great, but again, sometimes it's scary to spend them because you never know how many of these you will need. So while the game has slowly but surely implemented compensatory systems for the lack of resources we're getting, I think we're still not getting enough. Right now you can see I have 129 million credits. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. That's enough to max out 2 characters at best. 3, maybe 3. Because, for example, let's pick a random character. Let's pick you. If I want to max her skills, it's 40 million. If I want to max her experience, it's another 8 million. If I want to max her artifacts, it's 3 million. So it's 51 million per... I'm even falling short. It's about 54 million per character you want to max. So I can max 2 characters at best. 100 million credits max me 2 characters. We get very little resources. So I hope people in the survey complain about resources. Oh yeah, there is also UE cost, which is another 4 million, I think. I don't remember. Let's see. Let's pick a random 5 stars. I think you are maxed. Do I have anyone? You. So that's 2 million. So yeah, maxing a character is about 60 million. I'm not sure if I should prioritize UE40 Dresgina or Tactical Hoshino. Most raids in the future are red armor, but I'm also not sure if I can clear Peroro with one team. Level 70 Izumi, bro, hope off. What? Man, I don't have resources to build all the characters. I wish I had. Especially without Yui, New Fuka, and 4-star Reisa. I was using a 3-star Natsu for the longest time on Peroro. You should be fine if you have Natsu. To do Torment, you will struggle, but if you are only aiming to do Insane, 3-star Natsu is pretty much fine. Where is my Natsu? Now it's UE30, but it's been like that not for too long, to be honest. I think I only got her to UE30 because I wanted to do Torment. I'm definitely not touching Torment, then you should be fine. But she's so cute. I know, man, I know. Look, there are some characters it's a pain to me to not be able to max. To be completely honest, I would love to max Mine. I would love to max this character. I cannot. I just simply cannot. Wait, there's 3 tab in characters screen now? Yeah, all strikers and special. It's been like that for pretty much everything. By the way, how much Eligma do I need to unlock all UE for 2 students? So I made the... I calculated it a long time ago. I don't remember exactly. I think it's about 1500 per, so about 3k, maybe a little bit more depending on your gacha luck. If you get dupes, I think it's 1500. If you don't get any dupes and you go from 3 stars without dupes to max, I think it's about 2k per. To UE40, from 3 stars is 1500, yeah. Main level, and... oh, that you mean. Profile. I mean, you have main, level, and... oh, rarity up. Oh, the Nightbot deleted the face you sent. Use emojis. If you send too many symbols, the Nightbot will eliminate it, sadly. And what's that? But how much Eligma do I need to unlock all UE levels for... why is the Nightbot... oh wait, give me a second, Aman. I think the Nightbot give you a... it may have given you a suspension because of the symbols. Give me a second. If you cannot send messages right now, just give me a minute. I will fix it. Oh, okay, you didn't get any penalties. Okay, yeah, just avoid using too many symbols. It's... you forgot that was a thing? Yeah. Ban the Nightbot. I have it for your safety, guys. You never know when someone weird will come. This is great. I love this function. What are the events in recap in JP for now? That's a good question. Let me check. Oh wait. Speaking of event recap, so we have the first Ishin event, the Nodok event, the first summer event, the second summer event. The latest one is the second Millennium event, and then we have this guide missions archived. Swimsuit Tsurugi, Cafe, voice number 3, listen to it. Sherlock, are you using my Chiaki? I did use her once, but the issue is it makes my third sim very complicated to manage, because I only have one discount character in this account. I don't have New Year Fuka, so it puts me in a pinch using it. Which made me think Akira will be the first. So next week we are getting a rerun of the Bunny Toki event, that's true. Does it have UE50 Hasumi? I do have UE50 Hasumi. If you mean the event recap, I don't think it gives you UE50 Hasumi. I'm the same too. I stop on Valentine's. Yeah. Where is my Hasumi? Hasumi. There she is. I haven't even maxed her. That's how bad the resource situation is here. It's likely Rio. I think it does give you UE50 Hasumi in the recap. I don't know. I don't have a way to verify it, sadly. If I click it, it will open it, but I don't think it will give me anything. It does? Okay. Oh, so this is the Kronos Academy. Yeah. The journalists. For me, it doesn't give me anything, but I'll trust you guys. You need to do it completely. Okay, let's... Yeah, so when it comes to the 4th anniversary, my bet is generally the character from the last event. Wait a second, we can verify that. Indeed, that was one thing I wanted to verify. How related are the anniversary to the previous event? So, our first anniversary character was Wakamo. Right before Wakamo, we got Fubuki. So right before Wakamo, the banners were the Onsen banners, then the New Year's banners, and then Fubuki event. I mean the welfare unit character from the archive events. Oh, okay. But anyways, this is a thing that I think it's worth looking at. If so, can we make a correlation between the anniversary and previous banners? Up to Wakamo, we could say no. Then we got Hoshino. Before Hoshino, we got Arius, then Abydos Summer, and Hoshino as consequence of the Abydos Summer. Then we got Mika, but before Mika we didn't get the second New Year event, the Christmas event, so there is no correlation there. Before 3.5 it was SRT, yeah, exactly. However, guys, I think that actually this time around we may be getting either Ryo or Akira. Those are my guesses for this anniversary, for the 4th anniversary. Ryo or Akira. And I'll tell you why. So, before, I think we need a critical event for a student to become playable. Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you why I think it's Ryo. For those who do not want spoilers, here is your warning. Warning 3, 2, 1. I think it's Ryo because in the last deck event, Himari, in her most tsundere and cute way, said to Ryo, just stop looking for redemption and just come back. We miss you. And Ryo looked at Himari with the face of, I may be coming back sooner than you expect. Now, that theory aside, my second bet, and probably the most real bet, is Nagusa as the 4th anniversary character. And here's why. Nagusa was the main protagonist, basically, of the Hakyako story arc. We were left on a cliffhanger with Hakyako. I think now is the time to go back to Hakyako. And a lot of the promotional material for the 4th anniversary has hinted at Hakyako. If you look at the promotional image they made for the stream, we have Nagusa in there. If you look at the PV they made for the 4th anniversary, there is a very prominent shot of Shuro. Nagusa appears 2 times. So I feel that Nagusa is coming. My bet is on Akira, like it hasn't been that long since the Made Gamer rerun. She is not even an option anymore, so they are archiving the event to make everyone knows that it's Akira. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. Nagusa please, Yuri alert, Ryo canon event already happened, she will become playable. Himari x Ryo Doji. Also is my wife. She also appeared in the PV, true, she looks beautiful, yes. Nagusa basically Hoshin of Hakyako, yeah, something like that, yeah. Wouldn't Hakyako be getting a story chapter if there was anything like Abydos? Yeah, and but I think we could get Nagusa and then the story chapter. They have been shaking up stuff a lot. I would not be surprised if we get another shake up on the scheduling. Are 3 characters for anniversary? No, I think it's going to be 1 this time around. Maximum 2, and if it's 2, it's Nagusa and Shuro. Or Niya and Nagusa. I think Niya has a good shot to become playable too. If it's only 1, I think it's Ryo. I still don't think the live PV event matters that much. I don't think it matters that much, but I also think that there are things that are very intentional there. I cannot really think of anything else. They released the Gamatron as a main story, Chogman tons of Millennium reruns, that's true. Usually they put all kinds of nonsense on those, promo art in general, that's true too. My bet is still be stand-up Himari 100%. That would be funny, healthy Himari joins the fray. Ryo and alt, that could be 2. Ryo and we get an alt for someone. Wait, did we meet Nagusa first? During the Eden Treaty? Yeah, we got a hint of Nagusa, yes. Shuro still needs her redemption arc, that's true. For first Fox Squad, that's really hard, It could be cool, but it would be really hard to pull off. They are going to release 2 more alts for Hina, I hope not. She appeared in Volume F, exactly, maybe 1 banner for every 0.5 and 2 banners for every 0.0. Maybe, but 3.5 was the double banner, so it would be the other way around. Ryo was the one who made Supernatural Task Force, Himari and Amy, true, that's true. Also, Ryo is very popular, guys. She's stupidly popular. I think she's probably the most popular non-playable character right now. I hope it's not another double fest. I'm dry. Me too. I have 61k and I'm not ready. I'm totally not ready for the fest. for first squad with 6% on 3-star rates. That's really hard. Speaking of Fox Squad, I know we are past server tag, but did they ask about main story frequency? Yes, they did. No, we're like, survey talk is not over in the sense that we can go back to it at any point. If you guys have any curiosity about it, feel free to ask. Right now I'm just rambling about this because I think it's super interesting and there is so much that's coming to the game. Also because my hands are in shambles, so I cannot play much. But we are going to pretend that didn't happen. I'm wrong, or T Hoshino was... Oh, you mean B Hoshino? Yeah, 3.5. Battle Hoshino and Shiroko Terror were double fast banner 3.5, yes. Aside from Seiya, she is. I think Ryo's more popular than Seiya. I'm pretty sure Ryo's more popular than Seiya. Big girl with black outfit and stockings, hell yeah, she will be popular, exactly. She's the most popular mommy out there, yeah. And Asayuki keep cooking with the Ryo gif. Personally, I like main story updates, at least quarterly. I think they are going to increase the amount of main story updates we get, because they ask if we want to see more main story updates, and I obviously voted yes. This week will be the longest week of the year, 7 days, waiting feels like forever, yes. Ryo has more, yeah, she has more corn, more popcorn, yeah, we could say that. Ryo is more popular among people who don't play the game. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Ryo is just very popular. You cannot confidently say something like that, because how could you measure that? You know what I mean? It's hard to measure. Battle Hoshino, not Tactical Hoshino, is in JP is Battle Hoshino. I don't know if it was translated to Tactical Hoshino, but as far as I'm aware, she's called Battle Hoshino. It's Battle Mode Hoshino. They haven't told us Shun age, have they? She's the perfect age. So whatever age you want her to be, she's that age. That's why her age is a mystery. It's for the player to decide. Top 1 most popular NPC of the game right now. Yeah, I would say Ryo is the most popular right now. Ryo is better, taller, prettier, sexier, wiser, richer. I mean, can't argue against that. I have seen too many arts of Ryo. Measured with the ratio of AI art on Pixiv. But you cannot say if they play or don't play the game. That's the thing. The only way we can really know what character is the most popular is when we get popularity polls and we have the results. That's the only real data we can get. For me, personally, why I think Ryo is the most popular non-playable character right now, it's because Ryo gets a lot of spam in streams. And every time I watch a JP stream, they spam Mika, if it's summer, for Mika swimsuit, Ryo for any other event, Seiya, and then Seiya gets squashed by Ryo spammers. And then they go Seiya again, and then Ryo spammers squash it again. I really feel like Ryo is just so popular. Ryo fits all my taste of woman. Can't blame you. Tommy office lady, dictator mommy with long black hair and stockings, what can I ask? I mean, and Fox Platoon. Fox Platoon was pretty popular before 3.5. But on Christmas, people forgot about Fox Platoon on Christmas, but a lot of people was talking about Ryo on Christmas. Because we had the Deca event. Just want more 7 prisoners reviewed, and it may lead to Fox Squad getting released. since they have a story dealing with the 7 prisoners. Himari is the opposite of everything that Ryu stands. They are yin and yang, they need to be together. Get her out of the NPC jail. Rio de Janeiro. True. Drunk Mika better than swimsuit. True. Let's not talk about Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Another thing about the survey that I almost forgot, and I had it on my notes, is quality of life. They ask what kind of quality of life we like, what kind of quality of life we use, and what kind of quality of life we would like to see more. I liked the quality of life they implemented for farming. I don't know if we already have this on global, but this is fantastic. This is freaking fantastic. Give me 1 minute. Does global have this? Because this is fantastic. This allows you to farm multiple stages at the same time. This is freaking fantastic. So I can select all the stages I want to farm and just do them. So for example, let's say I want to farm okay, let me show you. This was one of the best updates in the game. Straight up. So let's say I want to farm Eligma for Haruna, Akari, and Grumpy Cat. I just do this. Okay. And I'm done farming. And I'm just done farming. Looks like someone needs to get hearts. Oh yeah, I forgot one of the boxes. Careful with the caps. Nightbot got you with the cap spam. I did lower the strictness of the Nightbot, but yeah, it's a little bit picky, so be careful with the Nightbot guys. I'm trying my best, but it's a work in progress. You know, I don't do this for a living, so there will be some rough edges. Grumpy Cat, yeah, the Grumpy Cat. Serika. Serika is very grumpy. Where is she? Where is Grumpy Cat? There she is. Oh yeah, the survey mentioned rates as well. Bodoka, thank you. You always remember me of the important stuff. Guys, this was one of the most important questions in the survey. They asked about rates. The options were, and please, before I tell you what I voted, listen carefully, okay? The questions did not touch on the rewards in terms of amount, okay? They did touch on the rewards as an incentive to do them. So maybe rewards will get touched a little bit, but I don't think they will be changed too much. What is important about the rate survey is the following. We were asked if we wanted new difficulty tiers, which honestly I voted no, and I'll explain you why later after you hear the rest. We were asked if we want new raids more frequently, which I voted yes, we were asked if we wanted to have faster reruns for newer raids, which I voted yes. We were asked if we want new rule sets for the raids that allow for new team compositions to be born and use characters that are not in the meta, which I voted yes. And they asked if we wanted new raids that require characters that are right now out of the meta. And I voted yes. So, the only one I didn't vote yes was new difficulty. Because in my opinion, new difficulty is not what we need. New difficulty means we take more damage and the enemy has more health. Basically, is telling them we want more power creep. I don't want more power creep. I think we are fine in terms of power. We don't need stronger characters. We need variety. That's why I voted yes to everything except difficulty. I don't think that new difficulty is good for the game. I think variety is good for the game. Every time we get to make a team using characters that we usually do not use, and that's why I like JFD. JFD as a concept is amazing. Sadly, some challenges are stupid, but I really like challenges that give life to the characters. Because guys, we have over 100 characters, but we actively use about 20. It's stupid. We don't need harder content. We need different content to use all of these. What's the point of having all of these? Look, what's the point if we don't use them? That's why I voted no to new difficulty and I voted yes to everything else. And I think it's hard to disagree. Indeed, you're right, exactly. Agree, more different content is better. How many players can enjoy new difficulty compared to entire new raids? Exactly. New difficulty is just for score chasers. Who cares about the scores? This is not a competitive game. And there was a question about competitive game mode. I voted no, I don't want competitive game mode. I think competitive game modes are bad for the game, because they create metas and restrict our choices. And then it creates frustration, because if you don't have a character that is meta for that mode, you will feel like you are at a disadvantage. We don't need competitive game modes, we need variety. Swimsuit Hina is still searching for her use case. Swimsuit Hina still bench after her event reruns, yeah. So, guys, I hope, from what I've seen, everyone seems to agree with me. And I really hope JP had the same idea. Because I really don't like having over 100 characters and just using 20. Dress Hina, I remember I got a lot of heat for my opinion on Dress Hina when she released. I don't like that Dress Hina is as strong as she is. I said it in the past and I say it again. I don't like the amount of power creep that this character introduced to the game. She's too strong. She made every other red DPS basically useless. With a few exceptions in very rare cases. And I don't like that. We use Dress Hina everywhere and for everything. That's not fun. I cannot use Aru anymore. Toki has been used once since her release because Hina had bad terrain, so Toki was a little bit better. Swimsuit Hanako, she's also too strong, but Swimsuit Hanako gets a little bit of a pass because we don't have many choices anyways in the Sonic category. But the explosive roster, guys, let's be fair. What's the point of having all of these attackers if we use one? What's the point? There is no point. I like Hina as a character, I just don't like that we have one character that makes everyone else useless. Her fanbase is too large. If she turned out mid, people would be angry. Look, I understand that, but at the same time, if Hina was the best red DPS, in some places, it would be absolutely fine anyways. And here is where I think my point comes across even stronger. Because Shiroko Terror and Battle Hoshino are both super strong, but they do not invalidate everyone else. First, because they do not overlap, they have different armor types, so you don't use them together. Second, because of their playstyle, Battle Hoshino is extremely strong against high defense enemies. Shiroko Terror is extremely strong as an auto-attacker, so whenever you need a burst, you're not using her. They are extremely good characters, but they do not close the door for everyone else. That's what I like about them. Having characters that do not close the door for everyone else is great. I just think Hina slammed the door in everyone else's faces. People may like that. Personally, I like to have characters that also allow for variety. Did they ask something like changes to getting dupes or higher to get new students in banners? There was something about dupes, but in the amount of Eligma, increasing the amount of Eligma for dupes, I don't remember exactly. I think there was something about it. Adding top score leaderboards to JFD would be nice. Mind no rewards for beating it, just add it for a bit of competitive spirit. Maybe so you can copy other players, yeah, that could be. There's Hina and Swimsuit Hanako are way too strong. Yes, I agree. I think Summer Hanako is well balanced and handy. Swimsuit Hanako is way too strong. She's way too strong. She even beats some Mystic DPS in Mystic content because of how strong she is. Less resources for red characters for me to waste. Yeah, but you see, that's what I mean. I understand that it can have some benefits, but when you get, for example, for me, when Hina came out, I have already invested a lot of resources on other characters. So for you, she's a resource saver. For me, means that all the resources I invested in the past are wasted. So you see how it changes depending on your position in the game. I miss the days where Serik and Mutsuki used to be the best for explosive TBT. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm really hoping that they really push on the different content with different rules to give life to different characters. I was so disappointed that Mayaru couldn't kill Extreme Wakamo phase 1. I could upgrade someone else. Mutsuki main DPS is still fun. Yeah, you can still do it. So guys, you can still use other characters. but you will be behind the people that is using Hina. And if enough people uses Hina, you will score so low that you will not get to where you could have. And your rewards may be worse. So there is a trade-off. Mycerica, I want to use her more, and Saori too. Yeah, I get ya. There are so many characters I would like to be able to use more. On the topic of characters that could get more use, I don't know where, but Mashiro, this thing is amazing. I don't know if it's Hibiki levels of amazing. Sometimes I think it could be a little bit better. Sometimes I think it could be a little bit worse. But this thing is amazing. This gives her accuracy, critical, more damage, more critical damage, and more chances for her EX to trigger this additional damage. Mashiro could become a single target nuke that it's virtually unrivaled. This is amazing. I haven't had the chance to test it against a really strong enemy, and I haven't maxed her yet, but this thing is super strong. On a second thought, Chiaki made Momoi and Midori. Ichika doesn't have a place to shine. We just slap Hanako, even in single target Sonic Armor. Yeah, exactly. I did Vina, Sonic Vina, with Hanako. She had an armor issue against Vina, but I killed it so fast that I didn't even care about her armor issue. You see what's the problem there? How can there be a character that deals so much damage that I don't have a reason to use another character even in scenarios where she should be bad? That's why I don't like the idea of new difficulty tiers. Because new difficulty tiers mean that characters like her or her will become even more oppressive and will close the door even harder on other characters. Now, a lot of people was using Chiaki against Vina. Top score teams were using Chiaki against Vina. I didn't have Chiaki, and I never felt like I needed to have Chiaki unless I wanted to chase a score. A lot of people was using Maid Momoi against Sonic Cheese. Yeah, that's true too. But again, Hanako worked perfectly fine, and you could clear it without any issues using Hanako. So, could you use other characters? Yeah, but you didn't need to. Be afraid of Mashiro and Shiroko will be back on PvP. I don't know. Hibiki is really good in PvP right now. I don't know if I explained why Hibiki is so good in PvP right now in one of my videos, and why I use Hibiki to reach number 1 in JP, but she's really good in PvP right now. She said even better with Hanako, but for clearing mobs, yeah. So, for those who don't know about PvP, and guys, you should, okay, guys, because you are here, I will give you a little secret, okay? So, AoE Nuke is still king in PvP. Swimsuit Hanako is a Vina killer, trust me guys. she got a thing for snakes. Yeah, true. She really knows how to handle snakes. I saw Hibiki eating Yuka like nothing in global PvP. Yes, okay guys, so I will reveal you a secret, and if you see number 1 and number 2, number 3, number 5, there is a lot of Hibiki. Yes, okay, so why Hibiki is so good and why she is number 1 and not Nagisa? Even though Nagisa is number 3, but why Hibiki is so good? When I got to number 1 in JP, no one was using Hibiki. Everyone was using Nagisa. But everyone, and when I say everyone, I mean literally everyone, was using Shiroko for defense. Now, Shiroko can become immortal for 15 seconds. And Nagisa has a little issue. Nagisa reach is very small. Hibiki can reach everyone. And if your Hanako pops her EX and the enemy had deployed Shiroko correctly, she will not die to Hanako. And even if she did die later, her immortality will make her survive for long enough to finish off your team. So I decided I will use Hibiki, because Hibiki will guarantee that I always reach Shiroko before it's too late for me to kill everyone. Hibiki is the perfect counter for zombie comps. After I got to number 1 using Hibiki, people start to copy Hibiki and they kicked me out of number 1. But I figured out that she was the way to combat zombie compositions. And that's why Hibiki is number 1 and the best, probably one of the best attackers in PvP. And she's the cutest character in the game, so you get all the benefits. Zombie Shiroko makes sure you will eat Hibiki EX. Exactly. Also, if Hibiki, if Shiroko is deployed in a way in which she is in zombie mode, when Hibiki triggers her EX, any survivors around Shiroko will die to Hibiki normal skill. It was sweet while it lasted. I could go back to number 1 if I wanted. I just don't want to invest Pyroxene on it. It's not that hard, to be honest. I've showed you how we do PvP. I go through the battle history, scan my enemies and just pummel them. You see, I lost here, then I win here. It's super easy. So I will show you. Here I lost. You see? People is abandoning the zombie comp because Hibiki is the counter, so they know it's futile. But I said, okay, I lost. What can I do? I just inverted these two. Problem solved. You just change deployment. If you fix your deployments, you can win a battle that you lost before. Easy peasy. She's farmable from hard missions, so everyone can have her UE50. True. I'm on a losing streak, then that's why. Because you're not looking at your battle history, that's why. I can tell you right now, that's the issue. Find an enemy, memorize their name. If you lose, you look, oh, Hanako died early. Swap it around, you win. That's how you do PvP. It's tedious, but it works. This is my defense comp. This is one of the best defense comps you can have. However, I would advise moving out of Hoshino After a while, I have not updated my comp. I don't find the reason to do it right now. I feel like I'm fine floating between T50 and T100, so I'm not swapping it. But I could improve my comp and get more consistent defense victories. Since we're talking about PvP, is there any replacement in JP for Shun? Okay, so give me a second, there is an ambulance. Okay, it's gone. So, Shun replacement. Yes, but no. PvP meta is ever changing. One time you see this character on top and the other is falling down. Isn't Shun the only one who does that? So, here's the thing. My global account did not have Shun until... How late did I get Shun? How late did I get Shun? My global account got Shun pretty late. I think I only got Shun about a year into global. And I was reaching T50, maybe. Yeah, T50. I think before Shun, my max was T50. How did I do that? Because Shun is the only Kickstarter besides Shiroko. So how did I get to T50 without Shun and without Shiroko? Because by then it was not even released. I did this team. I don't remember exactly, but not this team. This is the pink team. What I did back then was something along the lines of this. I was using... Where is the sleepy panda? Sleepy panda. Where is Sleepy Panda? There she is. Then Grumpy Devil. Then I was using... Who else was I using? Sleepy Panda, Grumpy Devil, Koharu, and someone else. Sumire. Yeah. And Mashiro. And now that you have Himari, you can use Himari. Before Himari, I don't remember who I was using. So my team pre-Shun was this. I saw Swimsuit Moe, my life is finished. She spooked me during 3.5. Shun was my first 3-star, so I don't have that experience in PvP. The names, them. Oh yeah, I have nicknames for almost every character. I remember their names. I just have nicknames for them. It's funny. That's all. Do you want to see more Moe? Where is Moe? There you go. There is more Moe. That smile is really cute. Okay, but I cannot stay on that screen too long, otherwise it will crash again. So yeah, that was what I was doing without Shun. It worked for some time, but I don't know if it will work now. I accidentally spent all mats in Tsurugi instead of Sumire. Oh no. Okay, so guys, Sumire is... Where is Sumire? Sporty girl. Where is she? Here she is. Okay, so Sumire is a very underrated character. Okay? For two reasons. will be fun to see Sherlock name in tier list. Oh man, if you heard some of the names I have for characters, but let's not talk about that. I like Herbier so much. Yeah. Okay. So guys, Sumire is a super underrated character. This multiplier, it's very high. It only costs 3. Her attack stat, she's not even maxed on accessories, it's fairly high. She can increase her own attack. She's also very tanky, she has a lot of HP. And she's resistant to CC. And one of the most popular tanks back then when I was using that team, guess who was? Tsubaki. And guess who else? Hoshino. What do they have? CC. When she gets CC'd, she becomes harder to kill. So if you have a front character that's hard to kill when you have CC on her and does a ton of damage, you can push through. That's why Sumire is so underrated. She's really good against some of the meta tanks. Yeah, so what she does is when she gets under the effect of CC, her defense increases by 25%. So you CC'd her, okay, try killing her, you will fail. She's really good, and I was using Koharu so she could heal Sumire on cooldown. That's why that was a very nasty strategy, and that's how I made it to T50 without any kickstart. It works. I cannot guarantee it will work now. The game is very late into the future now, but when I had to do that, it was working fairly well for me. So yeah, that's how you do it. My top 3 VA... BO of VA, okay. I deploy her in the Rabbit event, Challenge 5, she resists Fox Platoon CC very well, exactly. Sumire is really underrated, guys. She's really good. I'm working on this character, I'm working on her. I don't have the resources yet, but I'm working on her. I need her for TFS. But I'm slowly working on her. Why is Koharu not pinned? Do I have any character pinned? Oh yeah, Hibiki because Hibiki. And she because I was having trouble finding her for some teams, so sometimes when I'm building a team inside a game mode, I search pinned characters. But I don't have many pinned characters. Do I have many pinned characters? I don't think so. Let's see. So this is what I have pinned. Probably this. Those were probably accidental pins, to be fair. Buyable Eligma and JFD? Yes, exactly. You can buy Sumire Eligma from JFD shop. By the way, since you touched on the JFD, yeah, it was an accident. Repping Ayane, maybe later, because there is one thing I don't want to forget to talk about. Okay, so Mikan, you said you didn't know will be fun to see Sherlock. Ah, yeah. So you said you didn't know how to use the fusion system. So since we are on that topic, always use your JFD coins on this. Always use them on this. I don't need to use them on golds now, but always get this. Then just pick the material you need from here. And after you pick all the materials you need from here, you start getting the rest. But always this come from many sources, so do not focus on these materials and these crystals first. Okay. So fusion system, pretty easy. So what you wanna do is you go to the crafting, you pick the second tab, then what you wanna do is pin this one so you can trade in this. After you pin that one, you want to pin all the select materials, so the ones with the ticket, with the check mark, and it will look something like this. Once you pinned all the selected materials, you just pick what you want. For example, let's say I want an artifact. You will get one selected artifact box per 2 artifacts you sacrifice. Okay? So I will not press OK because I don't want to spend my materials. So for every 2 of these I trade, I will get a new box. So if I trade 10 of these, I will get 5 boxes. These boxes will go into my inventory, that is here, and then I can open the boxes and pick whatever I want. However, because doing this through the inventory is very tedious, what you can do is just go to the character you want to upgrade. Who I want to upgrade? Let's say I wanted to upgrade Yuka. You just press this one, and if you're missing any materials, the system will select the box that has the materials you need and will auto-select the right material for you. So you just need to craft the boxes and then you can forget about them and how to use them when you need them. It's a very useful system. Megu needs to be added to the JFD shop. I agree, Megu needs that. Exchange 2 EF to 1 selective EF at the same grade. Unbalance? Why is it unbalanced? I started to play VA on Global 5 months ago, right after Dresgina. I saved 70k for 3.5. How do I get over the feeling of being so far behind with lack of students, lack of student diversity and materials compared to veterans? Okay, first, welcome to the game. I hope you're enjoying it. Second, do not compare yourself to veteran players because the game is fairly old and it takes time to get to the max level, especially if you like me are free to play. It takes a lot of time. So do not compare yourself to other players, it doesn't make too much sense. Second, 3.5 will also bring you all previous anniversary characters. So you can get Dresgina, you can get Hanako, you can get Mika, you can get Wakamo, you can get also Hoshino. You can get all previous anniversaries. They will be in the pool of the banner. So wait for the anniversary, which will come in about 2 or 3 weeks, and just hope to be lucky and get a lot there. But remember that, as Mikan says, Blue Archive is a slow grind. Are they right up to or just in the pool? I think they are. I mean, the banner itself is right up, so it's 6% right, chance to get 3 stars instead of 3. The right up, it's mainly for the banner characters, so Hoshino and Shiroko Terror will be the right up characters. However, in my experience, you get a lot of dupes of the previous anniversaries too. I got many dupes of Hanako, many dupes of Dreshina, many dupes of Hoshino, got few dupes of Mika, and very few of Wakamo. But usually along the way to 200 pulls to Spark, you get many of them, so do not worry too much about it. If I recall correctly, and I could be wrong on this because my memory can be pretty faulty, they will also have dedicated banners at the same time, or maybe a couple days later, but I'm not completely sure about that. I don't remember if they get dedicated reruns during that period, but again, don't worry too much about it because you should be able to get most of them while pulling for the current anniversary characters. Also, thanks to the double chance for 3 stars, so 6%, you will probably fill your roster a lot. You will get a lot of characters. If you get this cute elf hacker called Himari, that would be amazing for you. If you get the Grumpy Secretary, Ako, she's amazing too, so I hope you get Ako and Himari. If you get... who else? If you... No, you cannot get Nagisa because she's limited. If you get Minori, she's really good too. She will help you in Gregorius. If you get... who else? If you get Atsuko, Atsuko is also amazing. She's an amazing healer, and she's really good. If you get... who else? Kokona. Kokona is amazing. I hope you get Kokona. She's really good. Kamhare is also a really good call. But I don't want to overwhelm you with too many names. So for now, as I said, just take it at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to other players because it will take the fun out of the game for you. So just do things as you can. Who do you think is going to be the 4th anniversary unit? Okay, I'm not going to explain my theory again, but I will tell you what are my guesses. Ryo is one of my guesses for a theory that I explained like an hour ago. My second theory is Nagusa. And yeah, Ryo or Nagusa. Akira has a good chance too. And I don't know, I think one of those 3 sounds good. Thanks for the advice, happy to help. I have a lot of guides. I'm trying slowly but surely to update my guides. Most of the guides I've made for raids are still very good, very valid, so if you ever have doubts, just go to any of the guides I made. You can leave a comment on them. I answer to 99% of the comments I get on videos, so feel free to interact. And yeah, I'll be happy to help. I also make these streams for this. I like to talk with the community, offer a little bit more, because I don't do this for a living, so I know some stuff in the videos may be lacking. So these streams are the perfect space for me to give a little bit of extra advice and offer some other guidance or show how to do stuff live. So if you have more doubts, either on the comments or come to the streams and I can help you if required. Marina, she's too perfect. To be honest, enjoy the main story and event. They will help you disappear those down feelings. We played this game for the story. The story is a grind. The story rather than a grind, yeah. You'll get a lot of characters on 3.5. Just refer to Sherlock when you get them. He's a nice guy, he will help, thank you. Stand up Himari, trust me bro. Seriously, high possibility to be Ryo and low-key Seiya. To be honest, I play for the characters, the story is nice too, but I like the students more. Yeah, everyone has its reasons, you know. Just play the game because you enjoy it. Whatever it is that makes you enjoy the game, that is what matters in the end. My fun is not the same fun others have, so I like collecting characters. I like these characters. I think Blue Archive characters are amazing. There are few games that have such a wide variety of good characters in them. And I've said it in the past, I really like the gameplay. I feel it's really original. Really simple, but very deep. You can do so much with so little in this game. I really like it. I just finished Volume F recently, loved it. Yes. But I'm not going to give you a spoiler. But for me, when you get to Hakyako for me was the best main story. Hands down. I loved it. Not gonna tell you why. I'll let you get to it, read it, enjoy it, and then you can come back to me and tell me if you agree. A lot of people have come around and told me, yeah, Hakyako is the best. Not everyone agrees, but for me, the Hakyako story is amazing. It's just so good. Porwest, trust me, bro. Yeah. Blue Archive has a story. Yeah, many stories, to be honest. Too many for me to keep up. Blue Archive has some amazing stuff. Where is it? Blue Archive has some amazing stuff. Some really amazing stuff. You know, character design in this game is top tier. Wait. You have something for everyone. Look at that. She's so cute. Atsuko. Swimsuit Atsuko is amazing. Just so good. Look at that. Damn. Yeah, true. Track Harun also this goated, yeah. Besides the SAS aspect of it, it's just really high quality. It's really high quality. And this is so cute. The fact that you can even interact with NPCs. I don't know, for the people that is newer to the game, you can do this too. You can do this. Or you can go here and once Jin's done talking, you can do this. That's so good. And I wish one day Ayumi will be playable. She's so cute. She's a great character, but she will never be playable. But you can do this. Bonnie Chucky LTD bros. Oh man. That's also really good. Where is she? Where is Toki? I cannot keep it on the screen for too long. This can get me in trouble, but okay, enough. No, the game crashed. That's why I told you I cannot stay on that screen for too long. It crashes the game. I need to get a technical difficulties screen. We have big assets, small assets, whatever you like. Yeah. Now it's a problem with the emulator. I don't know why the main screen makes the emulator crash. But I'll take the chance to go to my global account for a second, since the game crashed. Phoenix Wright time. We have 20 minutes left. Got live snipe. If they were to ban me, it would be from YouTube, not from the game though. But yeah, that S Chiroko L2D was a miss. Oh man, yeah, that's the worst L2D in the game. It's so off. It's so off. I get what they were trying to do with it. They tried to go for a more traditional Japanese style, but I don't know, it's just so off. B1 rep moment. We have only 20 minutes left. I don't know if it's a good time to... It's Sunday discussion. Wait a second. Let me just get out of that screen. Okay, perfect. You should be able to see again. Can you see again? Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, it looks off. The Wars L2D is cheesy because she's so... No! Cheese L2D is amazing. Can you leave... Oh, okay. Guys, did you see the content recommendations? Yes, guys, for those who do not know, and for those who are new to the stream, if there is any character that I have not reviewed, either because it was already in the game by the time the game came out, or I had reviewed very long time ago, just any character in general, if there is any character you'd like for me to give you my thoughts on how they could work, if you want to do more off-meta comps, or how would I improve them, what kind of bond gear would I give them, and do some theory crafting on them, or just give you my opinions of their current state in the game, leave, if you're in the Discord, leave a comment in the leave the name of the character in the content suggestion with the name of the character, like right there, the name of the character and the question you have, or go to the latest video made and write hashtag ask Sherlock and then your question, name of the character, and what you want to know about the character. And tomorrow during the stream I will be doing this Ask Sherlock new project. Who's the worst character in the game right now and why is Maid Alice? Is Maid Alice because crit fishing with Maid Alice is hell, and I will never do crit fishing again. Never. I'm never using crit fishing Alice again. Worst L2Ds Utaha? No! Utaha has a really good L2D. It's really fitting for her. It's really good. Boring story and unnatural posture? I don't know. This L2D is just bad. The art for this L2D is just so bad. I cannot do it because it will crash the game. Also, guys, there is no point about talking about the worst L2D when we all know that the best L2D is this one. We all know Hibiki has the best L2D. Blackheart really knows how to pick a fight. Man, I cannot decide. I just... Maid Alice, this was the worst investment of my life. I invested in this character for a freaking raid, and it was such a failure. Never using her again. Specials, you can also ask about the special characters, just any character you want. Just either hashtag ask Sherlock on the latest video or in the Discord, in the content suggestions. Yes, I wish Blue Archive would implement some games have a function that allow you to recover all your materials from a character. I wish this game had it. My worst one has to be Hinata UE30. Like, why? Hinata... Yeah, reset student. Hinata is really good. She's not as hellish as freaking Alice, to be honest. Yeah, we need the reset student. Me too, invested in made Alice to UE30, then get Wakamo and never... You know what, also? The worst part is that made Alice, if you will invest only to UE30, you are out of luck. If you can get Alice to UE40 or UE50 even, she will actually do her work a little bit better. It's still hell, but not as bad. Hinata is good at UE40, no doubt, but it can work at UE30. But Alice, unless you go all out, she doesn't work. Made Alice just do not work at UE30. It's futile. It will not work. It was hell. And I ended in failure. I actually failed that raid. That was so annoying. I hate when I waste a ticket. Oh, okay. You wrote it already. Perfect. Wait. I don't see it on the Discord, Mikan. Even her bond gear doesn't help. Oh man, I wish it helped more. I wish. It just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work. Details. So you see this? This is the problem. This is at base. She's also bad with crits, but she hits hard anyways. Without any buffs, she's completely maxed, and she has 1000 crits. If I was to look, let's see Wakamo, she's also fully maxed. I don't know what is it with Alice that she cannot crit. She has more crit than Wakamo, and Wakamo crits more consistently. I just don't know what is it with Alice. It's so ass to crit fish with Alice. I deploy Hinata in every Peroro and Ghost because I like her personality. She's really cute. I agree. And this, wait, let me... There is one... I don't remember which one was it. This one. I mean, that's so good. Made Alice has 95% crit with Akko buffs and she will still fail you. Exactly. As a lab student, I like to raid and enjoy the gold medal. Yeah, that's a good way to go about it, yeah. And 100 crit with basic active. Yeah, I tag you to read it later. Wait a minute. It's not updating for me for some reason. General VA? Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. I think special characters are rarely talked about, sections. Oh, yeah. I saw that one. Yes. That's a topic also for tomorrow, for Ask Sherlock. How much crit is enough for good crit? Honestly, I don't know. 100% honest, I don't know. Because Alice has 1000 and is ass. Then you have Wakamo with 700 and she's good. She has 751 and she's good. I think the problem is Alice. It's just Alice that is ass with her crits. Mika and Saori have guaranteed critical hits? Yes. This is simply too good. Mika and the thing with crit are the hits. Yeah, exactly. Alice is missing the hit part. She's not hitting the crits. She has the crits, she just doesn't hit them. She never hits them. And she's made of paper too, which is also annoying. The problem is that Alice the 99% of her damage depend on that crit. Yeah, exactly. She has a really high attack stat, and she has a good multiplier, but her damage is as if she's not critting. I'm taking Genshin as an example, don't get mad at me. In that game, 70% of above is good enough. What's the threshold in this game? The issue with that comparison, Mikan, is that in Genshin you can tune the stats of the characters. Here you cannot tune the stats of the characters. What you can do is and stats in this game, I don't understand the numbers. Okay, so this is a good question, and for those who do not know how Blue Archive stats work, here's a very simplified version. Guys, do take this with a grain of salt. This is an extremely simplified version of it, okay? So, Blue Archive stats are divided in two types, and this is common in many games. You have flat values and percentages. Flat values in Blue Archive are really hard to interpret. However, there are some points of reference we can use. That, however, I will not tell you. I will not tell you like what's my point of reference, because it could be wrong information. I'm not going to give you wrong information. So, how much crit is enough? It's hard to tell. However, because we cannot tune the stats of the characters, we use buff. Our buffs are our only source of tuning. That's why a character like Ako, that gives you 39.5% crit chance, it's so good. When you stack it with someone like Shiroko Terror, that gets about 61% for herself, she has 100 crit chance, so she will always crit. For some reason, some characters like Alice, she has 1000 crit. When you add the 39% of Ako, it feels like you are not critting anyways. So how do I see this number in terms of chances? I do not think this number can be translated to a percentage in chance. This number goes to collide with the enemy crit resistance, because there are two types of resistances. You have critical damage resistance and critical resistance. This number will collide with the critical resistance of the character, the enemy. After that, whatever buff you have will take priority on the chance of deciding the critical chance. So for example, let's say Shirokuro. Shirokuro, I don't know the exact number, I'm just spewing a number out of my head just to make an example. Let's say Shirokuro has 800 crit res. So you will have Alice with 1000, which means that she should penetrate the crit res of the enemy, and so she has a chance to crit. That chance to crit will be based on the difference between the crit resistance and her crit rate, plus the percentage you add through buffs. How it's calculated, I don't know, because Alice always misses, and some characters with less crit do not miss as much. So to say how much critical is enough, it's really hard to know, and is also dependent on the enemy you are facing. Some enemies are more resistant to crits than others. 700 to 1k crit is good. You could say that, but then you have Alice that never crits. Shelly DB calcs around 40 to 50% before buffed by Ako, most students. I don't know, like yeah, you could buff her with Kayoko, Kisaki and Hare. I think you mean Aru. Kisaki and Hare, Ako and Hare. Why Kayoko? Kayoko doesn't have buffs. Himari maybe? No, because you're talking about Hare. I don't know why Kayoko. Which will make her hit the damage ceiling, unless devs raise the damage ceiling. Some bosses have 20 crit rest, yeah. Oh, New Year Kayoko, yeah. Sorry, it just didn't came to my mind. Yeah, New Year Kayoko. True. I also have New Year Kayoko in this account. Where is she? Here. I don't have her on my JP account. I was so tempted to pull for her now in her rerun. Yeah. This is a really strong buff. Really strong. But the thing with crit is it's just working in such a weird way in this game. Guaranteed crits, bypass any resistance, yes. So guaranteed crits, just ignore the crit res. Spook me Kamhare, I hope she spooks me. I don't have her on this account. I have her on JP, but not here. This account is missing some very important characters. Let's see. I'm missing Isuna, I'm missing Tsukuyo, I'm missing Cherino, I'm missing Sakurako is becoming important, I'm missing Hare, I'm missing Kokona, Erumi. Yeah, so many characters. Nier Kayoko for Mystic, yeah. You could replace Ako with Diaru, but you have no tanks, yes. I mistakenly sparked New Year Haruka instead of her, and now I regret it sometimes. Ah, man. Farm Isuna, missing Kirara, yeah. True. I have her on my JP account, she spooked me. I'm also missing the Tsundere cat, Kasusa. Oh, also the Chunibyo brat. Yeah, Reisa, I'm missing Reisa. Yeah, I'm missing many good characters. Chimiko Alt, Nexon, when? Yeah, Anshin Shigure, been talked about, she's good. She's good for TFS. Kasus is not a tsundere. She is a tsundere. She pretends she's cold, but she really wants to be cuddled. That's a tsundere. Isn't it? Raisa always behind Kasusa? Yeah, true. Okay, guys, I can't believe it, but we made it 2 hours talking about the anniversary, the survey, and all kind of Blue Archive topics. And yeah, we have 3 minutes left. So if you have any questions that I can answer in these 3 minutes, feel free to ask. And remember to leave your questions on the latest video with hashtag AskSherlock. If you want me to talk about any character specifically, leave the question about the character. Could be how would I improve it, where could I use it, or just anything that is viable to answer. Don't ask things that are obviously dumb, you know, like I'm not gonna even provide example of a dumb question, but you know what I mean. How to handle spicy food? I cannot even, I'm missing an organ for that. How do you fix normal Alice? Okay, normal Alice. How will they fix it? Don't use it. I mean, that's a little bit of a long topic, to be honest. But I could add it for tomorrow, maybe. With a glass of milk, yeah, that works. I wish Nexon launch Serika next alt as a striker with meta skill set. Which you prefer between long shirt Toki and short shirt? Skirt. That's a good question. Toki is always, I mean, it's Toki anyways, you know. The long maid outfit it's cute. The other one is more battle ready. Battle suit Toki, yeah, true. Make Alice EX deal more hits. I think it would defeat the point. I think this needs a shorter cooldown 25 seconds. It's very short, but I think it's too long for this character. Also, her sub-skill, I think it could have a little bit of a higher multiplier. I could set it to like 20 maybe. Maybe 15. I think 15 could be good. There are a lot of things that you could do to fix her. Maybe give her some defense piercing, I don't know. There is a lot of stuff she needs. But guys, it's been 2 hours. It's time for me to say goodbye. So, I'll see you all tomorrow at the same time, same good channel, maybe. That's for you to judge. Leave your questions. You can also tag me on Twitter with your questions. Let me link you the Twitter, because I never promote my Twitter. I never post there, but I'm frequently checking it because of the Blue Archive updates. So give me a second. There you go. You can tag me there with your questions. With you do @Sherlock and then hashtag #AskSherlock and ask your questions. But that's all for me today. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.